Hey, y'all. I made a joke in my first episode, or one of my first episodes, about not just being another podcast with another corny intro. And yet I've found myself right there with everybody else. So yeah, what's up, Calm Your Mental family? This is A Free Bird, coming through with another installment of calm, hopefully a little insight, inspiration, as that is my intention on every episode. But this episode is particularly inspiring as it's coming from some inspiration I just received. Before I get into this inspiration, I just want to shout out the Relaxed Movement. They have a lovely YouTube channel that are providing these current tracks you'll hear playing throughout whatever this shit I'm about to say. But yeah, shout out to them. They've got a lovely menu of chilled beats to choose from. And this is from Lo-Fi Chilled Beats. Once again, the Relaxed Movement. So let's move on into why I decided to hit record this afternoon. And I'm not sure if you are all familiar with Action Bronson. But he's an American rapper born from Albanian immigrants. And he takes a lot of pride in his Albanian lineage, bloodline. But not only is he an American rapper from the East Coast, he dibbles and dabbles so beautifully in fashion, in food, in creativity, and before he was a rapper, was a classically trained chef. And so he ran this show for a while called Fuck That's Delicious. And it basically was him and a group of his buddies that he, took alongside of him on these travels inside the United States and outside of the United States. And what was really dope is that it seemed as though he took his love for food and culture and all these things that made him feel good inside and made it his mission to not only expose his friends to these things, but the rest of us, because we all got to witness it. And at first glance, you look at this guy and be like, who is this dude? Like, who is this guy? But in observing him, you see this master. You see a master of what I would say is love. He's taken his love for these many things and finds ways to dance with those things. And I mean that more figuratively, but I watch this guy and I'm in awe Every time I watch him in a kitchen with other chefs, whether he's just visiting and gets the inspiration to, cook something for the very people that are cooking for him. Or he's out on the road and just finds a way to be artistic no matter what space he's in. And the particular episode that I was watching was one where more recently, because he's streaming his new episodes on his YouTube channel. I believe it's at Action Bronson. But yeah, you can type in search, fuck, that's delicious, and find a plethora of episodes. But this particular episode, he was with a pal of his in Europe. I believe they were in Italy. And there was a natural wine festival going on. And you could see Action just getting lost in the energy, in the vibe, the warmth in the room. Everyone was so regular looking, no suits, no, pomp and circumstance. It was truly just a great vibe of people who were farmers and lovers of wine, creators of wine. He was amongst creators, be it wine, albeit, there's always someone cooking in the background. So there was some of that as well. But just being able to watch this person, which seems to be his element, but the more you watch him, it's just like everywhere is his element. Because he loves life. And even if he never spoke a word, you can feel it. His love for life and being able to find ways to express his love for life through his various mediums of art, whether it be cooking or rapping or putting something together aesthetically, fashion. I believe he has he has a clothing brand now, and it's so vibrant. The colors are so vibrant, and you get from this seemingly down-to-earth regular guy all of this beauty that he produces. And I would love to pick his brain as to where that love comes from. Why is he so enamored with life? And so in tune with his gifts that they almost seem to multiply. His curiosity takes him to places, enables him to meet people that I'm not even sure if he intentionally meant to meet. But they just seem to bring more art out of him. And there's this beautiful wonder about life that he carries, this childlike wonder, while simultaneously being like a master, a knowledgeable person about so many different things that ultimately bring more beauty and art into our worlds. And he's able to deliver every time in a 20-minute maybe episode. And it seems to be built around laughter and love and community coming together. He is an absolute joy to watch. And I came off that episode, which there was nothing spectacular about it, but the feelings I felt, the color that radiates from this person, because he loves life the way he does, is why I hit record. Because as I was asking myself this question, damn, what can make me feel about life the way that he feels about life, and the way that he's able to express his love for life in all these different areas, all these different aspects, with all these different gifts and talents that he has. And is it an actual talent, or is it the love that makes it so perfect? And that's just my best guess. My read on him is that he is indeed a connoisseur of love, of loving life. And he's got it so dialed in that it makes whatever he does a joy to watch, a joy to be a part of in some way. And I want that for each and every one of us. To wake up and feel so good about life that you just want to make it more beautiful. Or find ways to bring that beauty before other people. To share it with other people. And I know that can be a hard thing when you're going through shit, or you've been through stuff and you're like, I don't feel about life the way this person does because I've been through X, Y, Z. And that's completely valid. But if you're here today, you can change your story and start to write a script for your life that is a display of what you love about it. What I saw from this person is, amongst him enjoying life, the many beautiful things that he enjoys about life, his joy became a gift to me. It became an inspiration to me to like, you know what, let me dig a little deeper. What makes me that excited that I could live my love out loud and share it? Man. So yeah, y'all, check out Action Bronson. Check out an episode or two of Fuck That's Delicious, and you see for yourself how you feel. You know, at some point in my life, after living a lot of years behind a screen, being catfished for about a good 10 years or so. A friend of mine can attest to it because we were catfished by the same person, but I lived a long time behind a screen, vicariously through this person. I believed every word they were telling me, every drama, everything. And something happened to finally snap me out of it, but I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, how many years have I lost living behind a screen, instead of being brave enough to get out there and try. Get out there and see if, hell, I could create my own stories. Not to catfish anyone, but, you know, if I could live a portion of whatever this person was telling me. Because honestly, a lot of what they were saying was so outlandish that it was unbelievable, but somehow I was eating it up. I was eating it up. Not believing that people were liars, not believing that people could just lead other people on. And that was my own naiveness. Anyway, my point of sharing that was just, you know, I know it's tempting to just let your life pass you by. But damn it, leave something here. Leave something beautiful here. And see if you can experience love and life in a manner worth sharing. And we've got to come off the idea that the only way to experience love, fulfilling love, is in a relationship. You may or may not get that. But you can embody love and let it have its way with you. You can embody love and see all of the ways that it procreates with you. If there's an inkling of love that you feel when you're cooking, when you're creating a meal for someone, for people, follow love down that road and see where it takes you. If you get excited when your pen hits paper and your heart starts to write things that you didn't know you were capable of writing, by all means, let your heart speak. If you get excited around colors, if your skin tingles around colors, around music, go down that yellow brick road, Dorothy, and see where you end up. Let your curiosities, the ones that excite you, the ones that bring you joy, take the lead and perhaps bring you to new heights, new connections, new conversations, new ways to be creative, new ways to share with others. And do it till the love oozes out of you and others can feel it. I'll end with this. I recently recorded an episode about, the importance of healing ourselves and how when we're hurting and we don't tend to those wounds, we surely will bleed on others. Our pain will be felt and infect others. Well, guess what? Love is even more contagious. Joy is even more contagious. And when our souls are filled with that, we bring more light into the world. And we can be that for someone else. And honestly, guys, I feel like I'm a pretty, self-sufficient, self-led, inspired person. But Action Bronson, he's one of the few people for me that is contagious as hell when it comes to being an inspiration out there of someone just loving life. And you don't need a lot of extras if you authentically love something or encounter love authentically. So this love note is hopefully inspiration to remind you to pay attention to what you're radiating. And if it ain't love, check yourself. And if you need some inspiration, find the people that inspire you and let them pour into your soul until you're ready to shine again. But don't let your light stay dim. All right, before I let this episode run too long, stay where it's warm. Stay where you feel warmth. Identify those souls that bring the best out of you. And literally go towards the light. All right, friends. That's enough inspiration for today. Shout out once again to Action Bronson for the inspiration for this message. That's all I have for now. Until next time.